we have the meats.
What the dog doing?
All week long.
Order in the court. Welcome to We Got a Case. A new one, maybe. We're kind of trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we haven't been here. I know we haven't been here.
I don't
but
think so.
The,
Although
the name seems familiar.
and he kind of seems a little familiar too. I don't know. So we've noticed something weird, and I'm not sure how this works, but that does appear to be outside. Like it's like on a city street, but see, there's a
Yeah, because there's
driving
cars
by.
going by. Yeah, it's a car going by. But
So-
we've got the door open, and then just beyond that is like, I guess maybe a glass wall, or they have chairs outside for protocols. I don't know, but he's everybody's high school principal, Tom Meyer.
He really is. Let's jump into it. See what we got.
Sign here.
Things move a little bit slow here.
Creed, did you see they're bringing night court back?
We talked about that. And,
Yeah, but I saw some of it.
oh, you did.
It's a Warman judge.
Okay. I don't know about that. All right, can somebody talk so we can hear how the audio is, please?
Right now. One more time.
I don't know if we're inside of a bank or we're in court.
It's
Not
just
working. This usually starts working.
it's a little weird.
Huh.
Huh.
Ain't that something?
Let me just try it again.
DK Hugh, I will go for Lisa Rochelle, Leather and Lashes.
Just wondering.
They need IT help again with
Uh-oh.
Oh,
touchpad software,
Grotto,
the signature software.
Bring in the IT.
Grotto, they need you.
Well, it's just not. It's not taking. It's not taking input.
I'm showing
It's
the
not taking
signature,
input.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
You gotta tell my wife, like, I tell her, just let it happen.
Okay.
You can look at my screen if you wish.
No, it's fine. If it's there, it's fine.
Is there any originals
Show
to
the
the
signature, both
not that night court, but the other night court?
and yourself.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's just not showing on the defendant's signature.
the only person
Showing
still
that.
That's not
alive.
showing, but it's a server.
The
Yeah, I was gonna say who.
the defense attorney, what's his
good
name?
enough.
Wave signature on the agreement yourself. I assume
Starts with a L. I can't
you
think of
have
his
gone
last
over it
name.
with your attorney. And what I want you to do is before you leave, go to the window outside the courtroom to your left, get a copy of this agreement. That'll be ready for you.
It'll be right there next to the
Coffee shop.
fishing license. You can pick one of those up too, right there next to it.
I'm going to wish you the best of luck. You take care of yourself, and I look forward to
Not in
any
small
in
towns.
compliance and dismissing the case.
He's looking forward to dismissing the case. Oh, hello, Monetary Monorail. Good to see you.
Hi. The monetary monorail says.
Good luck, sir.
Georgia.
And Mr. Hain, could you come up for a second?
Oh, we might be able to see our first.
Finally, Mr. Haney's up. Mr. Haney.
He's needed in Yelm County
No.
or Yelm Court. I
There
don't even know
is.
where we're at. You said you thought Michigan, maybe?
Yeah. I see that green flag.
Yeah, I could kind of see like kind of a,
Christopher Hain. Mr. Hain, good morning.
but a truck just drove by.
Full name Christopher Joe Hain. Right.
So
Main
there's that.
Street, USA.
We're going to be filing here shortly a motion to continue. He's in the process of trying to complete an evaluation and
How far out did you want to go? February? March?
probably March.
Well, I hate to
Just-
say it, this court looked promising, but now I think it's time to already move on. Bud, thank you. $5 on the monetary monorail, and
Thank you, bud.
fantastic. Is that what you were thinking, John Larroquette?
That's it, John Larroquette.
There you go. Very
He
cool.
is the
Well,
only person I think still living from the original cast. I don't know. Is Marky Post still alive?
Night Court was great.
Donnie, were you doing the motion or?
All right. Yeah, this is just Jesus Christ. This is as slow as can be. I did see them. There was one a
I
thieving
was gonna do
woman
it, you were editing.
a little bit earlier, and then just everything just kind of slowed down to a
The March
crawl.
choices are 2nd, 16th, and 30th. Second is gonna work.
I can kind of see it like being a
Just
in
need
a
to
in a
complete
mall
that
type
motion.
setting, but the truck driving by is what got me. It's got to be as a street.
I bet it's connected to the best restaurant in town. It smells fantastic.
Our first contestant over here.
Yeah,
What's your name, sir?
Wallace.
Who? Oh no. Damn it. Oh well. Wheel her old dead body in there. No, he's not. There's no way he's still alive. Bull? Pretty sure Bull's dead.
I'm Googling.
Mr. Wallace, you have 3 charges.
Yeah.
Possession with
alive.
intent to sell a Schedule 1 controlled substance, a B felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, A misdemeanor, and a vehicle registration violation, a C misdemeanor. I'm not asking.
Bullet's
what you mean with
79
those
years old.
charges, but do you
Oh,
understand what
yeah.
you've been charged with?
Okay. There you go. He's good as
I need
dead.
to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about your charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you if you cannot afford one. I can appoint one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to
Hamler?
evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? And do you swear for any
Right.
answers you gave on your affidavit?
Good as
are
dead.
true?
Yes.
Thanks, sir. How long have you lived in Knoxville?
I live in Clinton
Okay, how long have you lived there?
my whole life.
Maybe his brother Jason Lee can come and bail him out soon. Very inside. Deep cuts. Ugh. Really?
Well,
How old is
there's-
she? But they got to be really old now.
Yeah, I mean, can you even?
Remember when the old lady died, like right after the show took off? There was like, she was like the Sue of the bunch.
She exited at the worst time.
She picked a bad time to die. Compared to what? 109? Yeah, sure. Let's not get crazy.
I know. Hell, Meatloaf. He was great on Ghost Hunters. I agree.
Meatloaf is delicious. Was delicious. I'm sorry.
I believe that.
If you catch me in check at 6 Charlie,
I saw that news today. I love it. I think Wilkes-Barre would be pretty good, and everybody's going to pronounce it Wilkes-Barre.
They need to come here. I found out my police department doesn't have dash cams or body cams. We have 0 cameras
What?
in Onslow
How?
County.
Why? Because it's a military town and you don't want any evidence? I get it. I understand.
0.
Bigfoot, thank you for the doll hair. Really? That's kind of how?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so the reason because I'd heard it from, I'm friends with different sheriffs and things like that, and I'd heard it from them, but then I got
Name dropper.
more justification of it because there was a huge chase here in
Your
town.
bail on the B felony charge is going
They were chasing a motorcycle,
Mhm.
and there was a huge wreck involved in it,
Mhm.
and I was trying to locate any footage, anything
Right.
like that. Nothing. And on the post I had put on the Onslow County Roadblocks page, the sheriff's department checked in and said, we do not have these items. And, you know, if there's a chase through the county, it's going to be the sheriff's department, not
Yeah.
so much JPD or anything.
Right.
That's out of their jurisdiction. And the state troopers don't really get involved until like it's like a wreck or something happens. So you got all the little brown cars chasing, and we have no technology
That's
in the entire county recording anything that's done by the officers at all. None.
to be set at $10,000. You'll be ROR'd on the misdemeanor charges.
All right.
Oh,
Looks like J. Christian Stadler was appointed to represent you previously. I'll appoint him to represent you on the new charges, be waiving the administrative fee. These cases will be set initially for this Friday, the 6th, in felony court for a bond hearing.
that's tomorrow.
Bond out before then, that's fine. They'll give you a new court date. That'll be out a few weeks if you do. Good luck to you, sir.
Best of luck. I like this guy. He's one of the fast movers.
Sir.
I hate the old guy with the beard, the Wilford Brimley dude.
Yeah, real
Oh,
slow.
I can't stand him.
Got 5 more for you.
Uh-oh. We got a character.
What is your name, sir?
Kenneth Jackson.
Be with you in just 1 second.
Kenneth,
Anytime. I look out.
take it. I got nowhere to go. Take your time. He's doing shout outs.
Yeah, he's the jail comedian.
He's like, we're having Salisbury steak today, Your Honor. Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, this day and age there are so many people on the road that have dash cams themselves.
Yeah. How hard is it for us to really, get in there? I see old 102 moving around over there, lurking.
Hey, Deanna, good to see you.
Deanna.
Well, this guy just wanted a little camera time. Get that gut in there.
He's like,
Oh, he's backing up.
Oh, wait a
hey,
minute.
Grandpa.
Who that? Oh, who that? Hold on. Wait a minute.
What do you think he did? Gosh, I wish I could. I hope he's on deck.
I hope he's just got to go poop or something. He needs this dude to help him, the trustee,
Maybe.
so trusted here in the court. Father and son, perhaps, right here, Creed. Look at this. Father, son,
possible.
beautiful heart together. But yeah, we need to know what this guy did. That's what I like. They looked right into the camera. That's why he lost his part on the Night Court remake.
Just
Staring right into the camera.
the
nonstop.
third wall or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Get it together, bro. Get it together.
Amy, hello.
Amy.
Just when Mikey says, yeah, things are moving so quick.
I know. And he gets
Moves
over
it
here. Oh, we got a guy. We got a lurker up here at the top.
Carol, glad to see that somebody made it so you can leave your place. That's a lot
Mr.
of
Jackson, got a couple
snow.
more theft charges for you.
Theft.
Theft over 1,000, but less than
Oh.
2,500, an E felony. Theft over 2,500, but less than 10,000, a D felony.
Ooh.
Not asking whether you agree with them, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes, sir.
And I know you filled out a few of these lately, but can you raise your right hand for me, please? You swear from the answers you gave on your affidavit.
Career criminal, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
Let me go over your rights one more time, just for the record. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these
Mhm.
charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you.
Am I wrong to say 102 is the best cell to have?
Oh,
Because you
yeah,
get a good
right.
view of everybody has to come up here, get arraigned.
Mhm.
You can hear them still. Where the guy up there on the upper decker, he can't hear anything.
No, he can just stare out into the
Loveliness.
world.
And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
I believe, did Georgia dropping them memberships?
Love that. Thank you. By the way, we're doing members only for We Got a Chase channel, right? Tonight.
That's right. It's 6. And if you're wondering, why would I want to pay for that when I can just watch you guys for free? Because you're going to see videos on there that you'll never see on The Daily Show. And 2, most of these videos we'll watch today, we can't watch on The Daily Show because we wouldn't be monetized anymore. These are your cursing, crazy, pew, pew, broken melons type stuff.
Charlie, did you see his newest video last night?
Yeah, I watched it this morning. Yeah.
Stuff about that. Georgia Peach, thank you. Seriously, love that. Welcome to whoever got them, new members. Love it.
Throwing her on the monetary monorail. Yeah.
And how long have you lived in Knoxville?
Yeah. My whole life.
And who's representing you?
John Woods.
Woods, okay.
James Woods' uncle. Very prestigious attorney there in Knox County. A lot of people don't know that.
They're at James Woods High School.
I heard there was. I believe it's in Quahog.
Bail on the E felony is going to be 2,000. On the D felony, 4,000. No contact with the alleged victims. Mike Carruthers is one.
Mike Carruthers. What a great last name.
Sounds like a fake name.
Mike Carruthers.
James Morgan is the other.
Carruthers and Morgan,
19.
attorneys at law.
You're going to have court on these a little bit quicker.
I got a preliminary hearing set on the 19th and a bond hearing set on the 19th. For my other ones, I just got a rain for, so can we just make it all the same day?
Hang on just one second.
I'm in no hurry to get out of here.
No, he wants to make it all on the same day because he is in a hurry to get out of here.
Does he have stomach problems? He keeps touching his, or has he got
No,
like
that's to show
pubic lice?
Yeah. Yeah, thank God he does, Mike. Nobody know almost anything that goes on around. As he points out, God forbid YouTube/Google could be precise and tell you what's going on. Same stuff. It's so funny how close YouTube is to eBay. They do the same thing. All these policy changes, all these different things, and they
wanted John Wood to represent you on these charges as well.
And they never
John.
come out really tell you. Just cut.
No. And that's the great thing because he's a big YouTuber, which means he has a YouTube rep.
Oh,
once you
yeah.
get over
How
a
about,
certain amount.
his YouTube rep didn't even know about it.
Mm-hmm. So at least then you can get on them and have them figure out stuff. But it's a constant changing, ridiculous.
Well,
Thank you, Mike. 2 months.
2 months. How long are you a member on the other channels that you've made for
Who's got
us?
the Krebs Terminator? Mikey Mike or this dude over here?
Oof,
Yeah, I ain't gonna make no bond on it. I know that already, so
the crab.
now. Save a little time.
Oh, look at that girl.
Hey, whoa.
I understand your situation. Normally,
That's
Warming his
not-
hands up, though.
That's that not safe for work stuff, Creed.
Oh, that was close. Thank God it's up a little bit there.
Like shaved. Smooth as a dolphin's back.
Looks like you had a
Some junk.
code in court today on it.
I charged for it in court today. The codependent, yeah.
Have a move from there. Well, what I'm going to do, because you're scheduled, those others are scheduled for a preliminary hearing.
I'm guessing
Here's
the
what
other
I'm
charges
gonna
are
do.
even
I'm
bigger.
going to set these because I'm required to on this Friday, the 6th for bond hearing, but I'm going to send your attorney an email or touch base with him, and he can maybe reset these out by agreement to the 19th, so you don't have to come down here on Friday. Okay.
Damn, Pike. Hope you took a good shower.
Well, that's I don't have it ready, so
John Wood's representing you, and everything else stays the
If we waited
same.
long
Good
enough,
luck.
to know that hand's gonna be in his ass here soon.
he'll do that move where he's like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. Lots of chest tattoos
What's
last
your
year.
name, sir?
Come closer, Mitchell.
Please, we need to hear everything you got to say, bud.
I want to see that ink. Gouda.
They all just look a
Mr.
little
Mitchell, you
familiar.
have
Similar.
a charge of theft over 1,000 but less than $2,500 in value. That is an E felony. I'm not
Ooh.
asking whether you agree with that charge, but do you understand what you've been charged with?
You can't shave in jail either, right? So if you've been there long, they don't give you razors, right? So
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, what?
if you're pulling a stint, you might end up with a beard like this dude.
Of your rights, you have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about this matter. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charge where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charge to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights? And can you raise your right hand for me, please? You swear affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
Gary.
Little
And how long have
midriff.
you lived in the Knoxville area?
All my life.
Well, at least you gave $1 sign, but not having $2 signs, that can be troubling. Thank you.
Yeah, this is what Mikey would look like in jail.
Absolutely. One big glob of hair on my chin and just pastures of small clumps of hair.
Darren, do they got like a barber in there? Maybe that kind of a situation. I mean, they got it. They got to do something.
Sandpaper, perhaps? Just whittle it down.
We get done with him. I want to jump over to Judge Hottie and see what she's
Go
got.
ahead and
going on
see
real
what she's
quick.
doing. I think we're about done with him. So if you want to jump on over there.
I want to see where he was thieving from.
Oh, maybe we'll find out. That's how it used to be around here, but I remember my sons were in high school. There was like girls that were like 16 years old with beautiful tattoos. I was like, how old is that? Is that one of the teachers? No, she's a student. Well, ain't that something?
Ain't that something?
Because you kind of figure out a woman's age back in the day if she had a tattoo or not. If she had some ink, you knew she was over the age, but not no more. No, sir.
Motivation here was like at an all-time low when it's just dark and gloomy. Nice day today, at least. Got something.
Well, come on.
Let's get to it. Boy, this guy does.
That printer is running slow today.
Is it the printer or him?
He's trying to get it to work.
Listen, that printer's printing out 24/7 almost. So.
He's
Did he put his mother's name? Do we know what her name is, or does?
Looks like Julia Trant is representing you.
Who?
A tramp?
All right, let me.
Are there children at the podium, Creed?
Your bail on this charge will be $4,000. No contact with the alleged victim. For
Walmart?
some reason, isn't showing up in the.
Of course not.
Who is this?
Come on, you got it.
Really eating those words about Brimley now, ain't you?
Just burning through it. Just killing it.
Just as good as
Robert
me popping up.
Stanton, the alleged victim.
Huh, Mr. Stanton.
That first one, it was moving good until, of course, we go live and it's. Oh my God.
Mayday!
Julia Trant will be appointed to represent you on this charge. We're waiving the administrative fee. We'll set this case this Friday the 6th in felony court for a bond hearing. Good luck to you, sir.
That's it. We don't even get to find out.
Like I said, it's Mr. Stanson. He's still from Stanson.
10% bond that was issued on November 16th.
Hey, girl.
Nice fan, bro.
Mr. Benson, please raise your right hand. Solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And sir, or counsel, what's happening today with the bond violation?
It'll be interesting to see her deal with
Guilty, not guilty?
man-child rather than with the children's,
Yeah.
I guess for right now, we're not guilty. I spoke with officer in charge.
Counsel, is this something that you want to place on the record or?
No.
Okay, so
It's slow today.
Mr. Kazak, where's this going? Oh, there you are. Sorry, I thought you were back in here. Okay, let's go off the record for a moment and do a sidebar.
How far off the record are we going?
We're going so far that we're muting everything and walking away. That's what we're doing. Jesus Christ. Are they all watching us? I swear to God.
I like that somebody just a heavy breath. Is that Bigfoot?
It is. Might be it is. Don't forget, coming up, we got a chase. 405 East could be a Thirsty Thursday, I believe. No? Is it Thursday?
One woman will carry the show on her back today. Grade one drunk lady will pull it together as we watch her entire arrest, from her excuses to her sobriety questions on into the drunk tank, so to say, and her final destination.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she. I don't think we've watched any court outside of her with the drinking and drugging.
I think we started one with her seeing a few adults, and then it went into children. So, again, if you're wondering why it's hard to hear the people at the podium, it's not because of these two big mouths. It's because their microphone sucks at the podium.
It does.
We're waiting.
She looks hotter with the glasses on.
You just made her smile. It's Kevin with a jockstrap. Yes, he is.
Okay, so we are back on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Nicholas Benson, and this is regarding the bond violation hearing. And so, what's your
I believe that
plan on doing regarding the bond violation hearing?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Benson did not test as he was supposed to test, so we would be pleading guilty to that offense. Is that correct, Mr. Benson? We did not show up as we were supposed to?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, did I swear? Did I swear? Yeah. Did I? Oh, no, I did. Did I swear you in, sir? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Long day today. All right.
Swears.
And so, Mr. Benson, as to the allegations that you failed to appear for your random testing on December 1st.
Drugs.
December.
No, we're never in the FB jail. They just decided that they didn't
13th
want
and December 28th. How do you plead?
I plead guilty to those.
Can't make
Your
any
Honor.
money. You can't make any money
You
over there.
understand you have the right to have a hearing in this matter. By entering into a plea, you will not have that hearing.
Nothing. You can't get a hold
Yes.
of anybody.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea today?
but it is what it is.
No.
All right, and you understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, correct?
Yes.
All right,
Couldn't tell I
And-
was high. It is.
knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and so counsel, if you can please go to your client.
Mr. Benson, you were required as part of your bond to test at certain times, correct?
Yeah.
And there were 3 times that you did not test as you were required to, is that correct?
That is correct.
I have nothing.
You on drugs?
To appear for testing, correct?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, court will accept your plea of guilty as knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. And counsel, as to sentencing on the bond violation, what would you like the court to know?
Other than what we had discussed, Your Honor, at the sidebar, I really don't have any.
Okay, Mr. Benson, why didn't you show up for your testing?
Because I wasn't clean, Your Honor.
Oh, honesty. I love it.
Okay. And so if you were to test today, what would be detected in your system?
Probably marijuana, and cocaine.
Oh.
Oh, he sets us up with a
When's the last time
softball.
you used that, sir?
Over the weekend.
What was yesterday's date?
Cocaine.
This said he was partying. I get it. It's a new year, new me.
New year. Same old me. Loves the drugs. I like that he just eased in from the marijuana to the cocaine.
No, yeah, no, I don't. I don't like that. I like that. Oh, maybe a
So
little
why should
hot
this court
cost.
not revoke your bond and send you to jail until your next
Caffeine.
court date?
Oh, 5 days a week, I take care of my mother who's on hospice. That's at
Bad.
3099 address, Biddle address.
Yeah,
And,
that's her, Jay.
other than that, Your Honor, I really don't have any excuses.
So 5 days a week, which 5 days of the week do you do that?
They did the same thing to Chris too.
Monday through
Well, it
Friday?
alternates because we have in-home healthcare there too, and my sister's in town from Florida, so basically
She brought
based on
me
my
the
sister's
Coke.
schedule, she just gets 2 days off a week.
You probably
But
spent
because
a good
someone
chunk
needs to
of down
change
in
my
Miami.
mom, my sister being a female is there because hospice has already
Our sister's
made one report towards adult CPS. So if we could get one more report, they could put her in home, and we don't want that.
Oh, can you pause that, Creed, or is
That's
that
when you've
something
been
we can't
involved in
pause?
charges.
We can.
Okay, did you hear that about the sister? And they calling the CP. I'm guessing they're calling CPS on him,
Mm.
and so the sister needs to be there because she's a female.
Let's
I
shut
guess
up.
that doesn't sound good.
We'll listen to it again.
Jail until your next court date.
Oh, 5 days a week, I take care of my mother who's on hospice. That's at the 3099 address, Biddle address. And other than that, Your Honor, I really don't have any excuses.
So 5 days a week, which 5 days of the week do you do that? Monday through
Well, it
Friday?
alternates because we have in-home healthcare there too, and my sister's in town from Florida, so basically based on my sister's schedule, she just gets 2 days off a week. But because someone needs to change my mom, my sister being a female is there because hospice has already made one report towards adult CPS. So if we could get one more report, they could put her in a home, and we don't want that.
Adult CPS. Okay. All right.
So somebody look at even the guy sitting in jail is like,
He's like,
you nasty bastard.
All right. So they made one already. And if the S hits the fan, I guess then she's put away.
Apparently somebody feels like he's not to be trusted changing his own mother.
And that's when you've been involved in charge of her care, correct?
I'm sorry, my phone
And
cut
that
out.
was while you were in charge of her care?
No, it was actually while we were both living there at the same time. So both of us were, but we've kind of got it broken down into shifts now. But it's kind of by word of mouth. So most of the time, my sister, I'm there Monday through Friday, just not
Word
this
of mouth.
What?
Well, no, because now you're in Carlton today.
right. Because my sister went to Florida for Christmas and she just got back. So she's been there for the last couple of days.
12 days at Magic Kingdom. My mom paid for it.
Dime.
My mom paid for it.
Well, her medication did.
All right, counsel, do you mind sticking around for just a little bit and I'll issue the sentence and shortly I'll recall this matter.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, he's got to do a
I'm
little
going
digging,
to,
I think.
We're going to recall this matter just a little bit.
Because she's at the point now just sending him to jail.
So just stay put,
I
okay,
mean,
Mr. Benson, please.
You have to, right? He's
Yes, Your Honor.
violated.
Interesting.
All right,
Yeah.
this is the matter of
Huh.
the state of Michigan versus Kevin Pincava, 222548.
Some serious
May I
stuff there,
appearance
you know.
For the people,
Mhm.
please.
And good afternoon, Your Honor.
We're all going to be there one day, one way or the other,
Thank you.
What, not taking care of our mothers and being in court?
or being the mother, one or the other. Creed.
All right, thank you. Mr. Pincava, if you can please unmute.
He'll take his mask off like he's Hannibal Lecter.
Kevin Pincava.
All right, thank you. And today's date is scheduled for the preliminary exam.
I think she just had a stroke.
And counsel?
We have worked out a resolution for Mr. Pincava pleading guilty to an amended count 2 of attempt possession of analogs in exchange for a plea to that charge, the amended charge. He will be dismissing the original charge, count 2, which is possession of analogs, as well as count 1, possession of a controlled substance.
Okay. For everyone to bat that couldn't hear what he
Alright,
said,
well,
possession of
and then
controlled
there's a hideout.
substance.
Kept saying analog.
Your Honor, we would need with a hideout to discretion of the court. Based on his age, he would be eligible, but again, we would leave at the court discretion based on court's review of his
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that guy go to
Well,
jail,
sir,
by the
your,
way, from
attorney
earlier.
will have a very good deal for you, sir.
I have a feeling we'll get to see him come back. Hopefully. Do you want to keep it here for a minute, or what do you want to do?
All right, and so Mr. Pencaba, please raise your right hand.
Can you keep it there and
Yeah,
let's
I
wait
can.
and see if he
Right.
comes back, and we'll jump over to
Yep.
mine and we'll just see what's going on over here.
Absolutely. Let's do that. And I am going to go. We're going over to Cowlitz. Isn't this Cowlitz? Yeah. No?
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the Kardashians is here still.
Hey now.
Beautiful library, by the
Was
way.
in custody on December
CA.
5th when dates were
CA's
set.
got
Will
lot
issue
of
a warrant
money.
for failing
Yeah.
to appear. Notice was received and appearance was necessary. Joshua McGuire,
I feel like
I have no information.
Miss Campbell does very good
he
contouring.
was present on December 9th when dates were set, so he had notice and his appearance was necessary. Will issue a
need to
warrant for
learn that.
failing to appear. William Nickel Rice.
I have no information.
Oh, we're
was
going
in
to start
custody
putting out
on
warrants.
December 6th when dates were set. We will issue a warrant for failing to appear. Notice was received and appearance was necessary. Jade Norris.
Your Honor,
Fred-
Mr. Norris is my client. We spoke yesterday. There's an offer to amend to an infraction on this case, and Mr. Norris has given me
Right.
authority to accept that on his behalf. And I have a address for the court as well for Mr. Norris.
All right, just one moment.
Bonita, feel free to lurk all you want. You and Bartles. By the way, if you haven't liked this video yet, do us a favor. We try to do our best. We are not attorneys, nor are we comedians. People get it very mixed up and say, you guys trying to be funny. Nope, not trying.
What
at
is
all.
the amendment?
I believe it's to littering with a $100 fine.
Oh, no.
That's
Third-
correct, Your Honor.
Throw the book at him, Judge.
All right. And then let me take a look. We had Mr. Eastwood amend to a littering before, and it took us some time to find a statute that would work. But I think there's a Longview municipal code
Wow, I'm way behind, by the way.
littering that I saw. So give me a second. The clerk has to have an RCW, et cetera, to put into the system. So let me take a look.
Michael, I got to get you on the monetary monorail, too. Please excuse me for a moment whilst I whip this out. I didn't mean court had to wait for me. You can continue
Okay.
on, court.
So the Longview Municipal Code 7.32.040 is a littering code. It indicates in subsection 2A that it is a class 3 civil infraction to litter an amount less than or equal to 1 cubic foot. Any objection from council to utilizing that municipal code?
No objection.
No objection.
Hey, Mikey.
Thank you.
Oh, that's Creed. Never mind.
All right. Based on your representation, I'll find that committed and assess a penalty of $100. We'll get the address from you when we go
$100.
off the record, Ms. Campbell, just so we're not announcing it over.
It's
the-
been so long since he hit
Okay.
somebody with that. He had to look it up. He's like, oh, we still charging people for littering?
James Powers.
Your Honor, Mr. Powers is my client and we've been trying to resolve for some time. I'm surprised he's not present. If the court is willing, I'd ask to set it onto a resolution docket with notice. He lives
Yes.
not in town, but rather close. I believe he lives in St.
Oh,
Helens.
it's St. Helen. I see that. Now I can't unsee that she is Meatloaf's daughter. From this day forward, let it be said, the guys that are not trying to be funny will only refer to this woman as Meatloaf's daughter.
So if you're able, have you had any recent contact? Because it looked like we noted the FTA back on December 8th also.
I see that. I don't have any
D?
update from that time. I just know that every time we speak, it's we try to get it going.
All right. I'm going to issue a warrant for failing to
Brian.
appear.
Scared
They
me.
indicated we noted at FTA on December 8th, and we mailed out notice of new hearing dates at that time, and they have not been returned to the court. So there's a presumption that notice was received and his appearance today was necessary. Edith
Did I
Roper.
miss that? Amber, you bought some memberships too? Well, shoot.
I have
Thank
no
you.
information.
Ms. Roper was in custody on December 9th when dates were set. So we'll issue a warrant for failing to appear. She had notice and her appearance today was necessary. Zach Schreiber.
A lot of warrants being served today. Failure to
I
appear.
have no information.
And he was in custody on December 5th when dates were set. Has 5 outstanding warrants from out of county. Will issue a warrant for
Brian's
failing
face
to
is
appear.
startling.
He had notice and his appearance was necessary. James Scott.
It looks like a motion to amend to infraction was just received on the 4th.
Yeah, it looks like that's indicates it's been given to me, although I have not seen that. So we'll go ahead, presumably that's in my box. We'll go ahead and strike the matter today. Once I sign that, they'll go ahead and strike the other dates, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Amber. Look, 10 memberships you got. Thank you. By the way, guys, we
Your
do
Honor,
not
Ms. Stites,
see that when it happens.
is ready to resolve her.
Yeah. Memberships are one of those things. If you guys don't tell us, because we've already got like 10 screens open on each computer as we're working now. And to try and monitor that one and the other chat that brings everybody together. It's
Oh, poor D the other night. He was on watching that dude lie to everybody and playing with fake money. He didn't even realize it. D plus, Mr. Negative 13K. Good to see you, D.
D. Once again, good to see you. Amber is going on the monetary monorail, and thank you, Amber.
I had to tell him, give him a heads up.
Did you DM?
Case. However, I would ask for, I expected her to be here today, had to have some input on when it was set to. She lives out of state, and we'd have to file a motion for her to appear remotely.
Yeah, Amber, thank you. No, that's awesome. We love
I would ask the court perhaps to set out 2 weeks.
I know it
for me
shocks a
to
lot of
get
people that we
filed for her.
recognize
All right.
our
We will
donators
note
and
the FTA
supporters.
today.
But
We'll leave the other dates set. Those are March 2nd and March 13th.
That's my
schedule
birthday,
it
bro.
for resolution on January 20th at 11 a.m. We'll expect council to give notice of that.
Man.
All right, Drema Tatum.
Your Honor, it looks like Ms. Tatum has to be in Battleground today at this time in person for a court date.
Battleground, Michigan?
Or I guess it doesn't specify that it's
The
a court date, I
home
just
of
assumed that.
RVD Rob Van Dam.
She did indicate that she'd be trying to call in as soon as she could, but
Pamela, I'm
I'm
sorry.
assuming that's why she's not present.
Gambling is expensive.
She does have an appointment scheduled with Mr. Balaban. I'd ask the court to perhaps note today's FTA and just set to the next readiness hearing date.
All right, we'll note the FTA. We'll leave the dates set. And I just want to remind council that we did last time say no further continuances for Ms. Tatum. So the expectation will be either that it'll be resolved or we'll move forward with that trial date of the 13th.
It feels like it sometimes.
All right,
Why do you call
Joshua
him Mom,
Langer.
not Elvis? Knox asked me that one time.
I have no information other than he has an appointment scheduled with us on the 25th.
All right, he was present in custody on December 5th when dates were set. We'll issue a warrant for failing to appear. He did have notice and his appearance was necessary.
We know.
The council, we did have a Ryan White call in.
Why's it
Mr.
gotta be
White,
White?
if you are
Mr. White.
can
Put some
hear us, you
respect
do
on
need
that
to
name,
connect
Creed.
to audio.
He's got signs like 3B over there with Judge Middleton. I love it. Yeah, is
All right,
college
let's see if
in
Mr.
Michigan
White's
or
able to connect to audio. We'll come back.
Or
Let's take the
Michigan.
case
There's
that
that
was
green
Mario
flag.
Langer.
So the other one had to be Michigan from earlier.
Your Honor, it looks like Ms. Yeager's been in contact with Mr. Frazier. and it looks like he's negotiating an offer for her. I don't know why she's not present right now, but he's asking to
Wait
set
a
it to the
minute.
readiness hearing.
Negotiating an offer for her?
All right, we'll note the
Doing that
FTA
courts now?
and we will set
I
it
like
to
it.
the readiness hearing, which is March
Scratch
2nd
check, fucker.
at 9 a.m. It looks like Mr. White is trying to connect the audio. I am at a loss on what more to do for Mr. Hoover. We've sent messages.
It's a
Mr. Hoover, can you hear us? Can you hear? Okay.
He's at a loss, he said.
I'm gonna try the sign.
Ryan
Mr.
White
Hoover,
looks
you
like
just
he,
need to call in to the clerk and
lives in
they'll
a
tell
pretty
you what
cool
the
party
dates
house.
are. Or call your attorney. All right, is there anyone on telephone that had a 10 a.m. hearing, or are you all awaiting the 11 o'clock? Ms. Campbell, what was the plan on Mr. Ryan White?
very quick, we'll come right back. I just want to show you. Do you think that Carla is attorney Carla down here? Is she related to Judge Marble, you think?
Oh my God. One
Same
can only
name.
dream. By the way, Mr. Hoover really touched me with his beauty.
Poor Brian. He's
Mute
quite
yourself.
the,
It'll be in the bottom left-hand
conqueror
corner.
around here today.
Should be a microphone. If you hit that, it'll unmute you. Thank you.
Brian, take your hat off. Please.
I got it now.
All right, so Mr. White, your attorney's asking for a continued pretrial hearing. We also had an order outstanding where you were supposed to relinquish possession of any dangerous weapons or file a declaration of non-surrender. We have not received that,
Uh-oh.
and now you're frozen.
No, he's just stunned by your statement. Say something, Meatloaf's daughter.
He's stunned by that beautiful gut. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Seriously. That's
Shirt tucked in and everything.
man. That's sorry. That was
Mr. White, can you hear me okay?
Man, they're having nothing but technical issues over here.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so
Yeah,
Mr.
wasn't
White,
anything?
your attorney has asked for a continued pretrial hearing to January 31st. We're also going to continue. You are required to relinquish possession of any dangerous weapons or file a declaration of non-surrender indicating that you have no firearms. That has not happened. So can you tell me why that hasn't happened?
I've lost the paper for whatever I got sent with, but I can look for it. I don't know. I don't know where that paper went. The only
You have
papers I got
contact
before is the
information?
recent one.
Well, you could have called the court. They could re-give you those dates or make copies.
Brian's
for you.
back,
Do
everybody.
you have the telephone number for your attorney?
No, I just know it's the Grim Law Group. So
Have you tried looking up their number?
These say
I've tried
Grim
calling them
Law Group?
before, and it didn't, and no one picked up there.
No
All right,
surprise
I'm going
there.
to schedule a continued pretrial hearing to January. Yours is going to be January 17th at 10 a.m. That's in person in courtroom number 6.
All righty.
So you need to make contact with them and have a meeting scheduled with them before you come in on that date. And then we can talk further about the possession of firearm issue.
Uh-oh.
And Mr. White, if you call and no one answers, you need to leave a voicemail with a number that we can reach you.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
Creed, you got throat issues? You need to clear your throat?
I'm coughing a lot, and these are doing it. I told you these Sucrets, they actually numb the throat a little bit. I like them.
Well, feel free to clear your throat.
Thank you.
Long ways for that one.
That's
All
all
right.
right.
So no one else is indicating they're here for a 10 o'clock, so we'll be in recess until 11.
All right, going back to Creed.
You have something else?
There,
District Court
Back
2012,
to Carla Merrill, attorney.
2012.
What's she doing with her mouth?
She's doing really weird things,
Again, the
talking
same
real
charge,
close, like whispering
and
it, but with her mouth like.
Possession of cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic. That's all out of the 19th District Court. Another operating while license suspended, revoked, or denied, 2014 out of the 19th District Court. 2015 out of the 28th District Court.
Oh God, is it Bob's birthday?
Assaulting,
Happy birthday,
resisting,
Bob.
obstructing.
Well, Bob. How about it?
And then 2021 of the 44th District Court. Firearm improper possession of a firearm in a motor vehicle,
Ugh.
but guilty.
Like somebody's gonna get in
Then,
trouble.
2022, found over on a felony controlled substance delivery, manufacture, cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 50 grams.
God.
Out of the 19th District Court.
They love the coke in this jail.
And that was
Love it.
date of offense of April 14th of 2022. And then the date of offense of June 22nd of 2022. Also on July 22nd was bound over on 1, 2, 3, 4 felony counts
1,
of
2, 3.
controlled substance possession, cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic.
Cocaine.
And these are all on Mr. Nader Yahia, not Nadir.
Okay. If I may, Your Honor, the reason why I'm asking that he be printed is that my client and his family have both said that the brother sometimes uses his name. Now, the current drug cases, that is my client, and I am currently the attorney on those. But some of the prior convictions, we're disputing, and that's why I'm asking that he be printed.
Okay, the court will also, order that, that's fine. However, that may not happen until he's here, over here, because it's Riverview, I believe, and so he'd have to be transported to Riverview Police Department. I don't think Wayne County Jail will do that.
By the way,
Okay.
Creed,
Thank you, Anna.
with this courtroom on our little window down here,
Mhm.
if you look down right above the attorney's head, I swear every time I look over, I think it's a crotch.
That's what everybody was saying in the chat.
I just keep seeing
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying.
a pair of white panties and a pair of very tan legs.
Yeah.
And it throws me off every single
I
time
know.
I look back at the screen.
I know.
Every
it'd be
time.
great.
You're
You're not the only one.
He's using the Shaggy defense, by the way. It wasn't me.
Not Nadir, for failure to display a valid operator's license from 2016.
Might be related. I
No
don't know.
insurance from 2016,
I hope
both from
so.
the 36th District Court.
36
The one from
district.
36th District Court in 2019 for expired license. Another one out of 36th District Court for 2019, expired license. 2020 out of 36th District Court, driver license not valid, failure to appear. 2022 of July, driver
Either
license
or.
suspended, failure to appear, so there's a warrant. July 2022. 36th District Court, possess, cultivate, deliver more than twice the legal limit of marijuana, that's a warrant, failure to appear. And then there is the warrant issued on this matter, which your client is here for now. Then there's also
The hits keep
11
coming.
failure to appear out of Ingham County for dangerous drugs out of the 55th District Court in Mason.
You guys want a calendar?
2013, 24th District Court, dangerous drugs, controlled substance, it says.
It's like 30
Then the
minutes of
28th
reading
District
through all that.
Court, he failed to appear in 2015 for sentencing on the drug. and
We're all the way back
suspended.
2015 and we're
And
just
all of these are of the name Nader, not Nadir. I heard, counsel, what you indicated regarding Nadir, but those are some of the basis for this court's bond. Not to mention the charges.
I thought she was
on
doing like a
delivery of
Dizzy
controlled
Gillespie
substance, death, and the
impersonation.
Safety of the public and the pending charges that are currently down Third Circuit Court from the 19th District Court on 2 separate offense dates. So for those reasons,
My
the
God,
court
no.
remanded your client without bond.
I didn't.
I'm glad I
But the
didn't.
court, as I indicated, will refer this matter to DSU. Order defendant to be fingerprinted again.
Judge,
I'm sorry, yes.
just about the fingerprinting issue, the defendant was fingerprinted when he was arrested on this case. So we have his fingerprints from as he currently sits in the jail today. What Ms. Maribel, I think, is really asking is that we compare his fingerprints that we recently have to the fingerprints on these other cases that they're disputing. But having him printed in court or bringing him to Riverview to have him printed again won't serve any purpose.
Is
So
it the name?
what I would suggest is that Miss Maribel should email me
He's trying
or
to say that,
tell
like,
me what
relatives, brothers,
cases that-
whatever,
that she's
use his
disputing and which-
name sometimes, and now we've got it all mixed up because some of
because
those charges he did, but not all of them.
we came into this a little bit late, and they talked about they said two different names that were very similar as to with each one. So this is actually kind of interesting.
Convicted of, and then I can go check and see if the fingerprints from those cases are the same as the fingerprints from this case.
And that's a very good solution, and I will do that.
That's
Okay,
a
perfect.
very
Court's not going
that's
to
a big
order,
gamble.
Additional fingerprinting at this time. Council has put forth a reasonable resolution.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
The
all.
court will also indicate that any witness and exhibit lists are to be exchanged and filed with the court January 23rd. The discovery order has been signed. Filing conditions are complete. Anything else?
No, none for defense, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
By the way,
recall our dude.
we've seen the
Very
guy
good.
here in
Thank you
jail
very much.
before. We've seen him before.
Dominic, I'm about to
Alright.
give you a call. Thank you.
We'll see you back on January 26th at 1:30 p.m.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's a big gamble. It's I've heard it before. Like, oh, my brother used my name,
Call the
or
matter of City of Riverview versus Ali Soleil, 221628 A and B.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm sorry, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, please.
Yes, thank you. Your Honor, John Gold, for Peace, 30758, on behalf of Mr. Colin Collet. This was a walk-in agreement. Originally, Mr. Corey,
Westmoreland.
Exactly.
Westmoreland, but he has a new sign statement. And walk-in agreement, it's my understanding.
I'll tell you what, it's so hard to hear there. Did you have something from Knox to run over to?
Yeah,
and
we can run
I'll
over that. Yeah,
over
we'll jump
here
over.
for our guy if he gets recalled.
Vandalism under $1,000 in damage, those are A misdemeanors.
Vandalism.
Kind of domestic assault and A misdemeanor.
DV.
One theft of property over 2,500 but less than 10,000 in value, a D felony. Another theft of property under $1,000 in A misdemeanor.
Well, he's been busy too.
Yeah, very busy.
Sure that isn't some of your things your brother and
charge of unlawful possession of a weapon, an A misdemeanor.
He's getting a little bit of everything.
And one count of simple possession of marijuana, also an A misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with those charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with? You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent.
It's like a crime buffet.
About these charges, if you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there is probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Sure.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the answers you gave on your affidavit are true?
This should be big, right?
Thanks, sir. How long have you lived in Knoxville?
30K at least.
Okay.
My whole life is just such a go-to around here. My whole life. Is that a birthmark or a tattoo? I can't tell. It could be either or.
Maybe it's just a butterfly.
Half a butterfly. He loved Crazy Town, and he was so happy when they finally took off.
where you're going, and then just go back and mess up. Okay. All right.
He's got eyeliner tattooed on too, because he's got some very predominant looking.
Holy crap!
Calm down, Creed.
Oh no, that's a big deal, dude. Get ready.
About to drop the bomb on me.
Pulled over. But Dello can call and
Where are we?
What'd he say? His daddy's sick.
We're
His daddy
in
gonna have to
Licking.
be here.
This was on earlier too.
No.
We missed
But
it.
But if he's taking his dad at the hospital.
Judge
and
Brown,
got him
right?
Here on this same
Hang on one second.
excuse.
Hang on one second.
Very rarely do we see this one live. Very rarely do you actually see something happen.
Yeah, it's been on twice
Sorry,
today
this
then,
is
because it was
really
on earlier
important.
too.
I think you understand here.
I was so disappointed.
Detective DiMaggio.
Good audio, a good camera shot.
A great necklace with medallion.
He's a really good heavy breather.
All right, sir. Well, thank you. We'll get you another notice. Make sure the court has your.
We're still on the record, and I'm calling the detective, telling him the present location, according to you, of Andrew Dello is the Licking Memorial Hospital.
I put this off the record, and don't do that. Don't put the court in that position.
No.
Oh.
Don't.
Oh.
Damn
So
it.
yeah, Magistrate Brown.
All right, back to Knox.
But yeah, that's going to come and go. That's going to be a tough one to catch for sure.
Like it.
I like that guy too. That medallion.
Yeah,
is sweet.
I got a question, sir. Did you say it was over or under 10,000?
The theft, the theft charge, the theft charges, you got one theft charge that's a misdemeanor that's under 1,000. Then you have another one that's over 2,500 but less than 10,000.
By the way, he's got adult braces on. He's got braces on his teeth.
You don't need to stop being a bully, please. It's 2023.
He's a little too old for those.
Dick Harris, ladies and gentlemen.
Dick Harris is here.
I hate that. I want to know what the heavy breather was.
Was that Sue?
I think
There's
that was
Sue.
Debbie.
Debbie. Maybe it was Debbie.
Tired. He's tired too. Man, what do they do all night themselves?
Just waiting for your paperwork to print off. Then we'll go over your bonds, make sure you have an attorney, and set your first court date.
Can you please make sure all yellow wet flow signs are returned to the office? Can you please make sure all yellow this flow is wet sign returns to the office? Thank you.
Yeah, Angela, I'm sorry. Mikey wants to be a bully today. But
Women, it's fine. I think women with braces are hot. Men with braces are vain.
You're so vain. Right, Carol? Jeez.
Either the UPS man is here or somebody just hit a car in our driveway.
I'm hoping for the latter.
Way better video. I used to have a thing for women, not women, but girls when I was in high school. Let's not get it bent. I loved it when they got braces. I don't know why. It's just cute.
Stay silent. Trying to figure out why it's still working.
Call me weird.
Kind of is though.
Just call me weird.
I'm wondering why I'm still here.
Is that the guy that works there saying this? I'm wondering why I'm still here.
No, I got two calls. I got both calls.
What the hell? What's he talking about? There it is. I was a teenager.
Then, but how does he have a few grievances then if you're asking him to do the grievances? Really, I don't think we could do that
Mr.
anymore.
Booker, your bonds are as follows. You've been, let's see, on the weapons charge, $1,000. The misdemeanor theft, $500. No contact with the alleged victim, Cheyenne Likens. On the D felony theft, $1,500. No contact with the alleged victim, Cheyenne Likens. On the domestic assault, $2,500. Subject to the following conditions regarding the alleged victim, Cheyenne Likens. You're prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offense set forth in the arrest warrant against the alleged victim or any other household member. You're prohibited from harassing, annoying, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. That would include, but not be limited to, telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim, Lastly, you must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be. And
Can I have a
on the
computer out,
misdemeanor
Your Honor?
vandalism charges, you've been ROR'd, and on the simple possession, you've been ROR'd. So your
Damn.
total bond, if my math is correct,
55.
is 4,500.
45. Wow. My math was way off. I said 45. 55.
450.
Okay.
It appears the public defender's office was representing you on another matter. I will appoint them to represent you on your new charges, be waiving the administrative fee. Your cases will be set initially for this Friday, the 6th. In felony.
It's a word. It either says ebony or
ivory.
cherry or something. It's a bunch of letters.
My God, RJ.
Ending in Y. Well, RJ, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully things are going well at work for you.
County court for a bond hearing. If you make bond before then, they'll give you a new court date that'll be out.
Very carefully.
Good luck to you, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
Very carefully.
See, that's how you're supposed to be like this arraignment. That's how you're supposed to do it. You listen, answer your questions, ask the question, answer the questions properly. Scotty.
Is this guy really short? Is that what we're seeing?
I'm guessing that most people's head is way above that when they're standing there. So
it makes me sad to see Kevin Hart locked up like this.
Yes. Kevin.
That dude's stocky. Uh-oh, we got somebody coming downstairs. Watch out. There's a guy coming up behind you.
It's creeping on you.
Watch your six. Yeah.
Well, people in jail really do know how to keep that head swinging, though, don't they?
You got to be on a pivot. I would be. Oh,
It's
my God, I would.
Constant. Eyes in the back of their head. Even in a setting like this.
What is your name, sir?
Daniel Bond.
Tell us. Joe.
He was fighting. He had to be fighting.
Stating that you want your mother.
He looks scrappy.
I think in town lot of Maynardville, or not Maynardville, Maryville.
Whose mic is on? It is hot mic night.
Mr. Bond, you've been charged with domestic assault and a misdemeanor. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charge, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes.
You need to go over your rights as well. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges if you give up, or this charge. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on the charge where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charge to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Sure.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? You swear or affirm the answers you gave on this affidavit are true?
No.
Thanks, sir.
I bet he could knock out 50 push-ups right now.
He probably could. And he could
No
certainly
problem.
beat my ass, too. So.
Oh, I know. He'd beat me to death.
Oh, yeah. I'd look like that guy we saw in Knox yesterday. That boil on top of his head. And, I'd have 3 black eyes.
Three black eyes. There you go. He said eyes, by the way.
Eyes, yeah, not
E-Y-E-S.
eyes. Eyes.
Eyes.
E-Y-E. Eyes.
He's the pull-up champion of the whole block. He's probably looks like he's chiseled out of
How long
stone.
you lived in Knoxville?
Now for maybe about 4-5 months.
Just passing through. Mm-hmm. Little E. Little E Kingston. He's built. Most hot mics, I tell you. Just want to know what he did, man. Come on. If it was drugs, he wasn't using them. He was only selling them. This man's the picture of health.
Your bail set at $3,000, subject to the following conditions regarding the alleged victim, Megan Holmes. You are prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offense set forth in the arrest warrant against the alleged victim or any household member. You are prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim.
That's the look he gave Megan right before he got in trouble.
Victim,
stop it.
Either directly or indirectly, that would include but not be limited to telephoning, emailing, texting, speaking to, or using a third party to contact the alleged victim. Lastly, you must vacate and stay away from the home of the alleged victim and any other location where the alleged victim is likely to be. I'm going to appoint the Knox County Public Defender's Office to represent you. Because you do have some income, there will be a $100 administrative fee assessed due by the 18th. If you cannot pay it by then, don't worry, they'll add it to your other court costs. Your case is going to be set initially this Friday, the 6th, in misdemeanor court for a bond hearing. If you make bond before then, they'll give you a new court date. That'll be out a few weeks. Good luck.
Okay, and 10% of 3,000, what, 300?
Correct.
Hey, he knows math.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I still have my belongings at her vehicle.
If you need
Like,
to, if you need to recover personal belongings from her residence, you need to be accompanied by a
You
law
pulled a
enforcement
Dana White.
officer to do that.
Can't believe it.
Understood.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, next one.
Next one.
I have a sound effect for when we're doing math now.
I like that little button pushing.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Oh my. Good to see
We're going to
him
hang
back.
out for a little bit, do a little extra time, or what do you want to do?
We'll do this guy and then we'll beat cheeks.
Hey,
yeah, beautiful hair.
We're going to do this guy. You heard him. Mikey said I apparently doesn't have braces, so he's good to go.
First and last name.
Step up,
Mr.
son.
Field?
Yes, sir.
We started strong.
We did. We were.
Let's
getting there
finish
now.
strong.
Don't stop now. I'm getting excited.
You have the following charges. You have a misdemeanor assault charge.
I'm sorry. I know
criminal
we're trying to
littering.
finish this, but look at his face when he says the following charges. And he's like, "Ooh, I hope he doesn't know them all." He gets this look on his face like, "Oh man, I hope and pray he didn't get all these charges." Because, oof. Did you see that?
You have the
More-
following charges. You have a misdemeanor assault,
Did you just pop out a
charge,
really big fart, or
criminal littering, and
oh, littering?
conduct and public intoxication. Those are all C misdemeanors.
Oh
I'm
no.
not asking whether you agree with the charges, but you understand what you've been charged with.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's just relieved they didn't find the
You have
body.
the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these charges. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one to represent you. And you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to evidence and determine whether there's probable cause for the charges to be prosecuted. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the answers you gave on this affidavit are true?
I affirm.
Thank you.
I affirm. There
I
you go.
affirm. I do like that. Yeah, that's.
How long have you lived in Knoxville?
every day.
Whole life.
I just got here December 12th, I believe it is.
Oh, well, welcome.
This is $1,200 a month.
Yes, sir.
1,200 a month. Okay. Well,
And you said you got here when?
the 12th.
December 12th.
Okay, so just about a month.
12, 12, 1,200. No wonder he hasn't left yet. He can't afford to leave.
Hey, give him credit. Only took a little less than a month to get into jail.
Yeah. Making a name for herself right away.
Yeah, how about the
Bear with
littering?
me. I'm going to go talk to pretrial about your situation. I'll be
I'm
right
surprised.
back.
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
big deal there.
Whoa, wait, he's got to get up and go.
Never seen
Just
that.
listen to the printer while we're at it.
FIELDS.
LDS.
Don't forget Thirsty Thursday coming up 4:05 East for We Gotta Chase. Then we'll be back on at 6 o'clock East. Members only on the We Gotta Chase channel.
Yeah. We got some stuff we're gonna watch that, like I said, we can't watch during the daily show because we'd be in a lot of trouble. So we'll do it over there where it doesn't matter if we're monetized or not because you guys are paying the bill for that show. Still time to join, by the way. We Gotta Chase channel. Become a member for $3.
Yeah, go on to 111.
Way less than it'll cost for this guy to go to jail for littering. Yeah, Jesus might never leave.
I've never seen the magistrate just get up and go talk to somebody like that.
Especially on charges like those. It didn't seem like there was really anything, crazy or wacky. Maybe he's got a record of some sort. Maybe that's why he's there in Knox. I don't know. Really getting to know this guy today, though. I like that. Get to know your indigent $1,200 a month making. He hasn't been there a month, so how do we know he's making $1,200 a month?
I'm gonna definitely check out old JB Buno's on FLA. They said there's some evidence about the murder release. That's what you guys were talking about. I don't know if you can-
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty interesting. They've been so silent about that whole thing. So it'll be interesting to see that.
Did you see that he got pulled over, which was funny? Him and his dad got pulled over on the way to go into their house from. And the look on his face.
Bear with them. It'll take them 4 or 5 minutes here to do, but they'll try and get it done really quickly here.
Everybody's trying to do them today, Creed. My God. What's it going to take to do this guy?
That's where we're at over here. She hasn't recalled him yet. I was kind of hoping right at the end, to recall it. Oh well. It works at Beaver Liquors. I tell you what, if this guy gets out, he'll be our first hire for our new Beaver Liquor store.
Yeah, I feel like he could be a talent we could use.
Oh, damn.
I think Jesus is about to cry. Pulled over twice. Wow.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, he's in a car now.
He's who we're waiting for, right?
Yeah, he's left the house.
All right. That's live, so I'll keep an eye on that.
Wow, why is it taking so long? He even got to begin. Yeah, that guy, I'm pretty sure, is setting the stage for where he'll be defending himself deal. I really feel like that's coming. Because they said he was in the cell yelling at guards and stuff and making threats and saying he was going to cut them and stuff. So I feel like he's getting the old insanity plea rolling. He's getting the I'm going to defend myself in court thing going. Who says we don't give you the best? Come on now. Is anybody else covering that? Oh, by the way, Creed, look.
February 1st in misdemeanor court.
Here we go. All right. He was the last guy, too. This is cruel and unusual punishment, by the way.
Look at this one hanging out up here. Look at these.
My God. What are we doing?
We'll set these out to February 1st in misdemeanor court.
That's it?
That's what we just waited for.
We waited. And he prayed at the end.
I'm going to get you back to say it. Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
She just came back. Let's see if she jumps over to Nicholas and not. I think that's his name. If not, then we out.
Sweet Nick might be on the
On
run.
the matter of the state of Michigan versus
Here we go.
Benson, 222390.
Couldn't time that out any better.
Again, council, please.
We all. What about you guys in the chat? Let us know down below. Do you want him to go to jail?
Mr. Benson,
I
please
do.
unmute.
I'm right there with you, Mike.
Sorry, Your Honor.
That's right. Your name, please.
Nicholas Benson.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh,
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, well, you left the inside. Now you're in a car.
Yeah, I'm outside. The kids were just loud in there.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
So here's what this court's going to do, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
This court is going to indicate 7 days house arrest, GPS tether house arrest at the home in Wyandotte, not wherever it is you're at in Carlton.
Okay.
So not the mom's
Or jail's
house.
your other option, sir, if you don't want to be at the house on Biddle.
It has to be at that address.
Yes, sir, it's not up for negotiation. That's your address of
Yeah,
record.
okay.
That's,
All right,
that's
okay.
where it says you live.
Understood.
Yes, it does. He's gonna take it off and he's gonna crank that car up and take off.
No, I think it's the other.
You may leave
Other
for
house,
medical appointments.
Or the house with her to make sure that he takes care of her. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But he said, does it have to be there? Like he didn't want to be there. So I want him to go to wherever he doesn't want to be.
I don't like his attitude. Everything that she says, he's just like,
And for NA meetings, which you will be attending minimum of 3 times a week.
3 times on the Narcotics Anonymous.
It's not gonna stop him from
And
doing
you will
all
be
the
obtaining a
drugs.
sponsor, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you don't like that.
He doesn't like any of
You're
it.
supposed to be taking care of your mother. You're no good when you're high on coke.
Understood.
If you're at a rave trying to get laid,
right.
sure.
Bond
Cocaine.
and balance conditions are continued. Anything else, council?
No, just January 19th, you said was the AOI date.
Yes.
Why not a screen?
Your Honor, do I report to?
He said he was doing weed.
Do I report to the Dickerson facility?
For your tether?
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to
Does the
actually
weed to
have,
cut off the edge of the coke.
probation Zoom on, and they will give you that information. I'll put you in a breakout room, and you can go in a breakout room and get that information. Because
You said that was 7 days?
Yes, because at one point Dickerson was taking you into custody and then giving you the tether, then they weren't doing that, so I don't know what they're doing, but there's also another company that can do that as well. So if you just hang out on Zoom for a little bit longer, then probation officer will jump on, so because you're not on probation, but they give you that information, okay?
What's she eating?
All right, anything else, Council?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, have a good day. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Benson, just stay.
All right, so he was arrested, kind of. I mean, he's kind of.
Definitely a slap on the wrist, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but you got to think 3 meetings a week, house arrest for 7 days with a tether. 3 meetings a week with a sponsor. That's actually quite a commitment. So
What about? Why? I know we got those units where it does the sweat test. I mean, he looks like a pretty sweaty dude. We should have been putting that one on to test the sweat for the drugs. And again, like me and you both said, I don't like his attitude.
I don't like your attitude.
Thank you for
She
agreeing.
was, she was going to town with her mouth. No doubt about that. Nancy, thank you. On the caboose. Sure the hell is. We haven't had a good one this year. This entire year, Nancy.
5 days.
We'll see you at 4:05. Thirsty Thursday is up next. And again, if you're a member on We Got a Chase channel, we'll see you at 6 East also.
And thank you to Bud, Bigfoot, Juicy Peach, Michael, and Amber Alert, and of course Nancy at the caboose, bringing up the rear.
Thank you, guys.
Make sure you like this video if you haven't already done so. Please think about becoming a member over on We Got a Chase exclusive channel. And that's where you'll find all that good stuff. Tonight's members only at 6 p.m. Eastern time, as well as becoming a full-fledged lover of the channel and subscribing to We Got a Case. Until next time, stay good.